Hi everyone, my name is Maisura BINTI SAPAWI HAMDAN. And this is my reflection for PEC 200 communication skills. Hi everyone, today I'll be reflecting on my experience with the subject communication skills or PEC 200. First of all, one of the main things I've learned from this subject is how important teamwork is. Almost every weekly activity required us to work in groups, which was definitely a challenge for me as an introvert. The second thing I learned is that communication comes in many different forms, not just talking in front of people. And lastly, I learned that being awkward doesn't mean I'm a bad communicator. It just means I have a different starting point to grow from. What surprised me the most was how different this subject is compared to my first semester's PEC subject, Thinking Skills PEC 100. That subject focused more on logic and structure, while communication skills really pushed me to interact with people, which I didn't expect to enjoy as much as I did. Because of this subject, I've actually changed my mind about communication being something to fear. I used to think communication was always about speaking clearly and confidently in front of people. But after working on my portfolio and reflecting on it, I realized it's also about listening, body language, and self-expression in different ways. I talk more about this in my portfolio video. Still, one area I needed to work on is the skill itself. Since I tend to stutter, overthink, or freeze when I speak in groups, I realized that I struggle to process my thoughts as quickly when I'm not alone. So, developing clearer and calmer communication is something I want to keep. At the same time, I do wonder, am I really that bad at communicating? Or am I just overestimating how awkward I am? I'm still unsure about this, and it made me second guess myself sometimes. What I like most about the subject is that it's actually fun. Some group activities gave me unexpected laughs. Even though I often felt anxious at the beginning of class, I usually leave thinking that wasn't so bad after all. It has a way of surprising you like that. On the other hand, the thing I disliked most is how overstimulating group work can be for someone like me. Being around people for too long makes me anxious, and sometimes it leads to miscommunication or misunderstandings. A random but interesting observation, this is one of those subjects where you might feel lazy to attend, but once you're there, it actually turns out to be enjoyable and eye-opening. Now, I do have some questions moving forward. As a second semester student at MSU, I've taken thinking skills and now communication skills. I'm curious what other PEC subjects are coming next and how will they help build on what we've already learned. I'm also still afraid, honestly, that my communication skills still aren't good enough. I'm worried that no matter how much I practice, I'll never fully reach the level I hope to. But maybe that fear is also something I need to communicate more openly and not hide from. Thank you for listening to my reflection.